So this video is very late. I didn't really have that much time to record, and then when I did have time to record, I got very sick. I'm still a bit sick, but I now have time to record, and I'm not like the Usain Bolt of dying, which is something. So this video is gonna be a bit like lower quality on the commentary. I am sick, and I also have two games to get done because I have two games to cover here. This is gonna be my last two pulse matches. Depending on the results of these games, which you may know the results already, you may not. I can make it out of pools, or I can drown. Maybe the title will have something to do about, drowning in pools. I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. Anyways, you see my team on the screen, you see my opponent's team on the screen. This matchup fucking sucks, but let's get on to it. So here, lead off with Mudsdale. It's AV, sure. We Hydra gets up rocks, I get off a CC. Here I fake, okay. I want to go Sylveon on a potential Draco. The problem is that if he goes like Talonflame or Glamora, on the switch to Sylveon, this would be really bad. So I decide I'm AV. I could live a move from Hydra, and I could Rock Slide, but I thought, okay, if he does want to stay in, I want to cover the stay in and not like miss a Rock Slide. So I decided to just go for CC again, as he does just stay in a Draco Meteor, but he busts out the eject pack, so I just CC into Valiant instead. Should could have just gone into Sylveon. I guess he I could see a switch in a Talonflame on like a CC or like whatever, but uh so here procs the booster energy. Procs booster energy attack, which was very interesting. This perplexed me quite a bit during the game. I'm like, okay. Attack Quark Drive, very interesting. CC does like nothing because it's resisted, and he just kills me. And here, um, I go into Scizor, right? And Scizor wants to bullet punch the Iron Valiant. The problem is that Iron Valiant is the Terra captain, and I knew the Terra was coming. I should have predicted the Terra. I considered like two different options. The first was maybe Terra Fire to just blow up Scizor, because he doesn't like kill a Scizor even with boosted energy attack. And the other I consider is Terra Water, because Terra Water looked really good into my team, and I should have gone for like quick attack or even like just no balls U turn, but instead I just go for bullet punch for no reason. He does Terra Water, but could have not bullet punched like an idiot. But I mean, okay, Iron Valley is down to 2%. That's fine, I guess. I send out the Cyclozar because I outspeed the Valiant because he's not speed boost. I spin away the rocks. He sends out Morgrem. The Morgrem does T-Wave my Cyclozar, which is annoying. If full parried, whatever. I try to knock. I knock off the late clay. He goes for Play Rough, which does a lot, and I don't want to risk full parry again, so I just hard Sylveon instead of like U-turning for more chip. Here he sets up a late screen. I go for Yawn, whatever. Here he goes Glabora, and I think, okay, I could yawn this, that's fine. And then he clicks sub, and I'm like, oh fuck. This thing is a threat. And yeah, I kinda just got rolled by the fucking substitute here. Cause I when I first built the team, I had like a psychic or psyshock, whatever, on Sylveon for the Glamora, but I'm like, no, this thing doesn't beat Glamora anyways. I'm gonna run Yawn. I think it has a more utility versus the rest of his team, but instead I just get subbed on, which is kind of rough. I sack the Cyclozar because help. This is a Glamora behind a sub. I go Samurott, and I don't even outspeed this Glamora, so I just have to go for Aqua Jet. I have no idea if Toxic Debris procs on sub, but I would find out that it's not Toxic Debris, which interesting. I guess I could see the Corrosion Toxic for like Terra Steel Volcarona, because this thing, it would make sense if the fourth move, instead of being like Earth Power, it's Toxic here. So it could Toxic Scizor, it could Toxic Volcarona, like, because it can't really do that much to either of those mods. I mean, Earth Power is like chip on Scizor, right? And Volcarona's, just gonna Quiver Dance on you. So that actually does make some sense. He goes Quagsire, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go with a Sylveon. He gets up a Spike, which is fine. A Hyper Voice, and he red cards me into Volcarona, and then Toxics me. Not that it really matters, because at this point in the game, I'm completely fucked, because this Volcarona cannot beat just his team. He's gonna get up a light screen with Morgrem, and like it's over from there. I cannot. But and like if I didn't even if I didn't get toxic, like this Quagsire, like I have to Quiver Dance on the Quagsire or something, and it can toxic me, it can encore me, it can do like everything to stop me. I at this point I just lose. I Terra Ground because I I kind of have to be Terra Ground. I could consider like Terra Dark, but into Valiant, that was kind of just dumb. I could be Terra Electric, I guess, but like Quag just clicks EQ. That's really bad, right? But this matchup was just rough, but I tried my best to like do whatever I could. Wargroove does get up to the late screen, and there's just not much I can do here. I do pick up 2 kills, and then Talonflame subs again, another sub, but I mean, I don't think it actually mattered because I mean, I wasn't winning this game anyway. But yeah. So we lose this game. So I went from 2-0 plus 9 to 2-1 plus 6, which is still a pretty good record. At this point, like I think no other games that didn't involve me were played at this point. So there was still a lot to be played out. There was a lot of Pokemon that still needed to be played, but I was like 90% in if I won my last game, right? At this point in time. Fast forward a couple days, we have another game here. You see my team, you see my opponent's team. At this point, if I win, I'm guaranteed to be in. If I lose by like 1 or 2, I could still be in. But my opponent here would have to lose his other game by like 5 or 6. So very slim, but technically still mathematically possible if I lose. But basically, I have to beat a Terrachiyu. So let's go, I guess. So I lead Cyclozar because if I lead anything else, I get cooked by Chiyu and I lose immediately. We send some Gapdos, and I don't want this thing to be scarfed clicky CC, so I just go hard Mudsdale. And Bravebird does 52, which does reveal to me that he is choice band based on this damage. He takes some Rocky Helmet chip, he takes some recoil, which is pretty good. If he goes into Chiyu here, I just get up rocks because I don't want the Chiyu to come in at 100. Unfortunately, the Chiyu does just come in at 100, so what it's fine. I just sack the Mudsdale because I don't have anything else I can do. It's a Chiyu. I go into Samurott. I expect him to Terra, but I thought to myself, he's locked into Flamethrower anyways. It's fine if he Terras, because he's not gonna kill me at least. That's like the one thing I have going for me. He goes Alamamola, and I do just Ceaseless Edge because I figured, alright, no way that like because he Terras if he Terras, he's probably like I don't know, maybe water. I could see water, right? Resist Aqua Gem, Bullet Punch, Fiery Dance. So I'm like, okay. If he Terras, he Terras. If he switches to Dash Bud, he switches to Dash Bud. I'm gonna Ceaseless Edge. I'm gonna get a Spike Up guaranteed. It goes Alamamola, and it's Rocky Helmet Alamamola, which is very annoying, but I do have a Spike Up. I Ceaseless Edge again. He gets up a Wish, and here I could have just gone for another Ceaseless Edge, but I decide I'm just gonna go to Electrode as he switches into Dawn Fad. And Yeah, not exactly what you want to see here, but I decide I'm just gonna go with a scissor. He's gonna spin, and here my opponent just I don't even um yeah, he just lets his Shiyu takes 93% from U-turn. Very cool. I will graciously accept this gift. I will also go into my AV Cyclozar because it's the only Pokemon I have in my entire pool that takes a hit from Chiyu, other than Volcarona after like a quiver dance. If he goes Alamola, I go for knockoff, which very important knockoff, gets rid of the helmet. Nakashima comes in on a U-turn, and I'm like, okay, let's just go with a Scizor. Threatening Bullet Punch doing like 70. That at the time I didn't realize this was spin dash. I wouldn't figure that out until like several turns later. So in my mind, I thought this was doing like 70 because I figured it would be Fizz Def to take like Hisuian Samurott, like Aqua Cutter, whatever, Razor Shell. Um, Here he goes Alamamola. I U-turn. I get a crit, which is really nice. I go Electrode. And here, I decide to just go for it. Specs Terra Blast normal, which is first of all, it's very funny, and second of all, 42% is meaningful damage to Donphan. On the and I just sacked the Electrode here for more damage on Donphan. This mod is now completely out of commission, which is really nice. And he even just sacks the Donphan because there's really no point. I go back into Cyclozar. He goes Gyarados, and I decide I'm just gonna knock off because I have nothing better to do. And he Brave Birds. I live the Brave Bird, and he takes a shit ton of recoil. Here, I just body slam the Dash Bud, get a para, which is very nice. And here, just U-turn Scizor. If he wants the Fire Fang, he wants the Fire Fang. He goes for Wish, which, whatever. Goes Alamamola here, I U-turn. The Alamamola's gonna heal like 30%. It healed 30% because it's so fucking fat. Like, goddamn. I go Samurott because I want to get Spikes up because the Donphan is dead. And, yeah, I just proceed to get Spikes up. Yeah, Spikes are good. And now the Chiyu, I miss a Ceaseless Edge here, which fucking sucks. But, the Chiyu, it can't switch in again because it just dies to Spikes, which is very nice. I no longer have to deal with the Chiyu. Get up the third Spike. And I decide I'm just gonna go Scizor and just, start chipping it down. I kind of fucked up my Cyclozar set, and by fucked it up, I mean it used to be a specially offensive set, and then I changed it to be a physical attacker last minute, and then I forgot to change the EV, so I'm just pulling up with the with a timid Cyclozar, which is kind of rough, you know, but it's fine. I go body slam again, get another para, which is pretty cool, but play rough does sizable amounts of damage, and here um we just spent a solid amount of time just doing nothing. A whole lot of nothing. He reveals the whirlpool here, which I mean, I think he revealed it a couple turns ago. Yeah, I thought the Scizor dodged it a couple turns ago. But we just did this. He eventually sacks the Chiyu, goes into Gudra, and I'm like, okay, this fucking Pokemon. I go to my AV Cyclozar in case he wants the flamethrower, but he just curses. I decide to knock off because I'm not threatened. I knock off the Chesto Berry, which is really good. Iron Head does a lot. Then I go into Scizor, and Iron Head does 25, which is a lot, but CC kills the Gudra. And that's very important because now Volcarona does not have to deal with that Pokemon anymore because I identified the Gudra as like the biggest threat to Volcarona sweep because it just has like a base of millions but enough. It just doesn't die. Captos comes in, I sack Samurott because I sack Samurott. I can't really do much with that Pokemon anymore. Go to Cyclozar, and we just spent like way too many turns doing nothing. I try to set up a Volcarona, but he reveals Yawn, so I can't set up on the Daxbud. We spent far too many turns just doing nothing, and here, this is the big play. He goes for wish on Dachshund, and I'm like, okay, one of these turns, every time he's gone for psychic, I've gone for psychic. I've got for wish. I've gone for an attacking move. I've gone for like psychic on Volcarona. I've gone for you know bullet punch on Scizor. I've gone for like body slam on Cyclizar. Whatever, because if he wishes this Gyarados back up, I lose. I just lose if he wishes up this Gyarados. Here he goes for wish, and I body slam the Gyarados, and it's over. He cannot do anything. This game is done. And I just set up with Volcarona and finish off the game. And I'm now 3-1, and I made it to bracket, which is I'll take it. I don't really know what to say. I fucking outro. I'm sick. These are the games.